So if you're a setter or if you're a high ticket closer who's also setting your own deals or looking to find more opportunities when lead flow is dry, this is exactly how I would approach it. I made over $40,000 per month in high ticket sales. I'm going to show you exactly the process that I used when I was setting some of my own deals when lead flow got a bit dry. So just to come in here, right? So when it comes to your actual opt-ins, it kind of depends on the way that people come in through the company you guys work with. A lot of times we'll have people fill out a VSL. They give us their name, number, email. So we are able to actually call them. So in my case, I would actually go ahead and call the new opt-ins 2 times within the first 5 minutes that they opt in. So it's definitely much easier if your company has some sort of way to just get new opt-ins that come in like immediately and just go ahead and give them a call right away, because within the first 5 minutes, they're a lot more likely to answer you, but they're also more prime because they likely saw the VSL around a revolving problem that they likely have. So you just want to be able to communicate with them, and more than likely they're willing to talk to you and then go to the next phase, which is the triage call, and then just book them onto your own calendar. Right. And if not on day one, cool. Like maybe they want to watch the resource, whatever they decided to opt in for. You just go ahead, give it some time, and also set up a next time to communicate. But more than likely, you can always get them on that first call. Right. Then we also have, let's say you miss out on it, right? You want to make sure you call the opt-ins within the first 24 hours when they first opt in, so they can, again, make sure they communicate with them. You can't always get them within the first 5 minutes, especially if you're closing and maybe you're on a call at that time. No worries. You can go ahead and give them a call and still do the triage process to set them, right? Maybe they also don't answer to any of your calls, so go ahead and give them a text. You also want to make sure that you call the opt-in during prime times. For me, it was from 4 to like 10 p.m. Eastern time, because we worked with a avatar who is more available at night. Right. So that goes into that process. And then once we go to the very bottom, right, this goes back into speed to lead is king. We want to make sure we communicate with them as fast as possible because they're more primed and they're more alert around their specific problem. And the human touch point is just going to allow them to be a bit more comfortable, more ideally get a triage and get them to open up, and then just take them through the next part, which is actually booking and booking them onto a sales call. Cool. The next phase from there, right, is just making sure that the new lead opt-ins are being called and texted. Cool. You go ahead and have them inside. And when it comes to an actual structure, right, again, this is much better if you guys have a CRM. But when it comes to a new opt-in, when somebody comes in and they decide to just opt in, let's say you have a fitness offer, right? You're helping somebody lose weight, men in tech above the ages of 40 who are overweight, want to slim down, get jacked, right? So let's say you guys just had a freebie on, top 10 tips for tech professionals to lose weight without having to go to the gym, let's say. So they opt into that freebie. You have a triage call, which is very simple. It's just, curiosity and being able to get them to open up to the conversation, because again, they still don't know you, even if they kind of put in their details. So it'd be pretty simple. It's just something around the lines of, hey, is this Bob? Hey, Bob. Yeah, it's just Alicio here with XYZ Health Academy. I saw that you opted in to get a training for top 10 tips to lose weight in the next 30 days. Is that right? Okay, cool. Were you able to receive that? I just wanted to make sure you got that, because I've heard we've had some tech issues getting those rolled out to you. Maybe, let's just say hypothetically, he's like, yeah, no, I saw some things in there. Say, okay, cool. And so, yeah, I mean, when it comes to those tips and trainings, like, were you able to find something that's helpful for you, and then be like, oh yeah, no, I found, I don't know, 3 tips that really stood out to me. Okay, why are those 3 tips standing out to you? Oh, because of this, and that. Okay, cool. And whenever you mentioned, being able to not have to go to the gym or eating in this specific way because you're a diabetic, like, what have you been doing the past 30 days to XYZ or achieve that goal? Oh, let's say hypothetically, yeah, you've been actually trying to go to the gym just once a week, but you found yourself binge eating. Okay, how long has that been a problem for? Okay, for 3 months. Cool. That makes sense. And so you've been on this journey of losing weight for the past, you mentioned 6 months. Okay, what's prevented you from being able to get the results you've been looking to achieve? Okay, so you not being in a very consistent manner, losing weight and feeling like you're trying all these different things but not seeing any results. Is that having any sort of impact on you? In what way? Okay. So it's kind of, I guess, messing with your family life, not being able to go out as often, feeling like you're just on the screens all day. And then right as you get out of work, you just want to go to sleep. Okay. And so what happens if that keeps going on? Okay. So it's important for you to do something. Okay. But like, just so I understand, like, you mentioned you've been at it for 6 months. Like, is there anything specific that's changed? Like, I guess what's different about like now where you're looking at actively, looking for tips and advice to be able to actually resolve this? Okay, you've already been looking at ways to resolve this. Like, what have you actually done? Okay, so free YouTube videos and things here and there, freebies here and there. I mean, do you feel like I guess finding and getting advice from everywhere has prevented you from actually just getting the direct one-on-one support and actual feedback that you need to achieve and finally lose that 20 pounds? Okay, why do you feel like it has prevented you? Okay, so having somebody to actually mentor and give you that specificity to your situation is important to you. Okay. Yeah, because Bob, I mean, based on what you've told me, like what we do here at XYZ Health Academy would definitely work for you. But it might make more sense to get a better understanding of where you're at now, what it is that you're hoping to accomplish, and just to see if there is alignment with what we do here. Because again, maybe you don't even need us. But what I can do is set aside a time in the next day or two just to go over and get a better understanding and see if there is something we could possibly do for you. Would that help you if I did that for you? Okay. And then from there, you just schedule the time. So it's a pretty simple outline. I was kind of going in circles there just a little bit because I was trying to think of the offer and all these, remembering what I was mentioning before. But again, it's pretty simple. If you guys are able to get opt-ins and people text them and call them within the first 3 to 5 minutes, ideally within the next, after that, 24 hours, go ahead and do so. It's going to allow you guys to get a lot more bookings, a lot more people through the pipeline, and a lot more money for your bank accounts, especially because this depends on the business owner, but most of the time, if you're able to turn a opt-in, somebody who didn't book a call, but you're able to get them on a conversation and to actually get them to book a call through something that didn't require ad spend, like as excessive ad spend, the marketing do the work for you to get them to book a call. A lot of times they're willing to give you an extra 5% in commissions for closing that deal. Right? And the reason most people don't do it is because they're lazy or they don't know how to do it. And so again, these are people again who opt in. They have they have an awareness around the brand or what the actual thing is. They just didn't have the intent to go out and book a call. And a lot of times what I also find is people, maybe wanted to find a call, but they didn't find the time and they just kind of forgot about it and it just went to the back of their head. And so again, these are people that are pretty aware. It's just a matter of being able to bring that awareness back and just give them that human touch point. And then you're more than likely, if you're earning 10% commissions, the business owner, you can negotiate a deal depending on how that looks like, around 5 to 7% more from an outbound method. Again, I'm not talking about cold leads. I'm talking about people that come in through paid ads who opt in. So these are people that actually opt into like a free lead magnet or something, or even like a Facebook community and or school community nowadays. And just, you get them on the actual phone and set them on the call. So that's definitely something that I used to do that allowed me to get more commissions without having to tell marketing or tell the team to spend more on ads, without having them go ahead and just give me some extra leads coming in, just depending on how the company was at the time. Business owners and all these different things are outside of my control, but the ones that are already coming in, I have a lot of control over. And so this is really where I'm able to maximize my income a lot more and bring a lot more opportunity to my pipeline outside of just waiting for a lead to just fall into my calendar. So again, hope this was helpful for you guys. This is a little bit of a nugget to show you guys different areas you guys can actually find money in a small little script. Maybe the next one I'll go ahead and create a specific process where I'm not thinking of it on the fly. But if you guys found this helpful, feel free to go through some of my other videos where I've closed some of the $7,000 to $10,000 deals. And if you guys want to work with me, maybe for your coach or agency offer owner who wants to build your own business, who already has one, wants to find a more efficient way to build your team, then feel free to click the link down below and learn more exactly how we could possibly go ahead and help you with your said problem.